Weather Analytics meteorologist Joe Bastardi. When watching, we were telling you that we were going to get into a colder, snowier period as we went into February. In fact, I was quite impressed with it. And while New England and even in New York and Pennsylvania did get hit pretty good, it has been far short of what I believe. Now, I need to explain to you what's going on here. First of all, we showed you that stratospheric warming that was going on back in the middle of January. And sure enough, Canada flipped and got colder. But it stayed very warm across the United States. Now, this is very interesting because all that blocking that we were showing you formed. There's the trough over the northeastern part of the United States. And so there should have been, there's the high pressure system up in Canada, Alaska. So there should have been a lot of cold sliding down. Well, what happened is something that we call the Madden-Julian oscillation went into its warm phases as the cold was ready to come and thwarted it. And so what you saw was, instead of the cold overwhelming the pattern, the warmth fighting back. These are its warm phases, 5, 6, and 7. Now, we have another stratospheric warming event going on right now. And this time we see the Madden-Julian oscillation. You see how it went through all those warm phases? It's swinging in toward its colder phases, and it's going to be in there probably from late February into the middle of March. 1, 2, and especially 3 are the golden cold phases of the Madden-Julian oscillation. And with the stratospheric warming going on, the cold is going to redevelop in Canada, and it's going to come gangbusters. I'm going to show you an example here. This was back in last year. Remember how warm March got? And February was back and forth. There was warm. Look where the Madden-Julian oscillation was during those times. Now let's go to 2014. See where it was in March? Much of the time it was in 8, 1, 2, and ended trying to get into 3 over here. So this was a favorable Madden-Julian oscillation for the delivery cold. If the cold is there, we do believe the cold's going to be there again. Now, when we look at the European here over the next 32 days, still has a pretty good amount of snow forecasted. This is last night's run. Here's the next 46 days. And let's take a look at these temperatures, and the model is seeing what I'm talking about. The week ending, I believe this is the 6th, if my memory serves me correct. March looks like this. Maybe the weekend in the 11th. But anyway, this is the first approximately week of March, second week of March, and the third week of March. So you see what's going on here, that the model is detecting what we're seeing now. And so it all looks like it's going to come together. My take on this, if it goes to the full potential, and we've been waiting for this to happen, it keeps coming up to the gate and backing off, goes to the full potential, then relative to averages across the country, relative to the averages, and the averages are coming up, of course, but you know that in March, wild things can happen. This will be the coldest 3-week period of the year and the snowiest for much of the United States from the plains east. So let's see how that turns out. You got a week to get ready for it, and of course next week we will let you know about it to make sure you know it's coming. Until then, enjoy the weather. It's the only weather you've got.